Get ready for an epic island adventure. Did you know there's an astonishing 900,000 islands scattered across our planet, each with its own unique story? From tiny rock formations to entire nations, the diversity is mind-blowing. Some islands were even created by humans. Can you believe it? Today, we're counting down the top 15 of the rarest and most fascinating islands on Earth. Let's start our journey at number 15, where the Arabian Peninsula meets an exotic gem. Socotra Island in Yemen, located a whopping 240 miles south, this archipelago of 4 islands is governed by Yemen, and trust us, it's about to steal your heart. Fasten your seatbelts, folks. We're about to dive into the incredible world of Socotra Island. This giant in the archipelago has an epic backstory. It was once part of a supercontinent that broke off around 10-15 million years ago, leaving this isolated gem to forge its own path. The result, a truly one-of-a-kind place that's been dubbed the most alien-looking spot on Earth. Did you know Socotra is home to an astonishing 700 endemic species? That's right, it's as biodiverse as famous hotspots like the Galapagos Islands and Hawaii. Let's explore some of its mind-blowing flora and fauna. There's the infamous dragon's blood tree with its striking crimson sap and umbrella-like shape. Then you've got a whole array of bizarre trees, 31 lizard species, spiders including the majestic blue baboon tarantula, 3 types of freshwater crabs, and even bats as its only native mammals. And if that's not enough, the surrounding waters boast some of the most vibrant and diverse reefs anywhere on our planet. Buckle up for more island adventures. We're just getting started. Get ready to perfectly fall in love with our next island getaway. We're sailing off to Tashirojima Island, Japan, affectionately known as Cat Island. It's a tiny paradise covering just 1.2 square miles off the Oshika Peninsula in the Pacific Ocean. But what makes this place truly unique? A staggering number of adorable stray cats roaming freely, and locals believe that feeding them will bring you good luck. It's an island where humans are outnumbered by whiskered friends, creating a surreal feline utopia. Who needs exotic beaches or ancient ruins when you can have snuggles with hundreds of happy cats? Stay tuned for more fascinating islands to explore. Next up is, let's travel back in time and uncover the fascinating story behind our next island. On Tashirojima Island, Japan, also known as Cat Island, hundreds of stray cats have made this tiny paradise their home. But how did it all begin? It all started centuries ago when locals raised silkworms for the textile industry, and these sassy felines were brought in to keep pesky mice at bay. In 1602, a law was even passed across Japan to free all pet cats, leading to an explosion of feline population on Tashirojima with no natural predators to control them. Today, the island's human residents are outnumbered by adorable cats, and you'll find cat shrines and fishermen leaving treats for their whiskered friends in hopes of good luck. It's a heartwarming tale that will make you fall in love with these furry islanders. But let's hop on to our next destination, a remote island famous for its mysterious moai statues. Get ready for an epic adventure as we explore Rapa Nui, also known as Easter Island. Located way out in the Pacific, this remote island is a whopping 2,100 miles from Chile's mainland, and it took our ancient ancestors around 1,600 miles by canoe to reach it. But what they found was worth the journey, a volcanic gem teeming with resources. The Rapa Nui people used the island's unique rocks to craft an astonishing 887 moai statues, showcasing their incredible skills as artists and engineers. These iconic giants aren't just heads, but full-body sculptures that were painstakingly carved by a team of 6 people over a year. Can you imagine the dedication? Out of these masterpieces, only 1 in 4 made it to their intended spot overlooking the ocean. Let's dive deeper into this island's secrets and uncover its mysterious past. Let's shift our focus to Islas Euros, an astonishing archipelago in Peru. You might expect an island to be a natural wonder or a monumental construction, But these tiny marvels defy both expectations. On Lake Titicaca, there are over 120 islands that aren't made from rock, sediment, or even sand. Instead, they're entirely man-made, crafted by the Uros people using hundreds of tons of reeds. That's right, these resourceful communities built their homes and habitats on top of layers of bundled aquatic plants, creating a series of floating islands. But that's not all. They've also mastered the art of maintaining their surroundings, constantly adding new reeds to keep their islands afloat. It's an incredible feat of engineering, sustainability, and adaptability. What can we learn from these ingenious communities? Get ready to dive into the world of the Uros people and their incredible floating marvels. For centuries, this resilient community has thrived on Lake Titicaca in Peru, making their homes and livelihoods from the very lake itself. The Uros people have mastered the art of crafting islands using totora reeds dar, a remarkable process that's still alive today. They start by building sturdy boats from these flexible reeds, then layer upon layer, they construct massive platforms 6 feet thick to keep them stable and secure. They tie their creations to eucalyptus poles buried deep into the lake floor. As impressive as this is, it's a daily task to maintain these islands, adding new layers every few weeks to prevent them from sinking. It's astonishing to see how they accommodate up to 10 families on the largest islands, creating entire communities that are literally floating above the water. Let's hop continents and dive into Canada's north. Imagine a tiny island in Lac de Graz, surrounded by the vast wilderness of the Northwest Territories. This is Diavik Diamond Mine, located just 140 miles from the Arctic Circle, but don't let that cold climate fool you. This remote gem has become one of Canada's top diamond producers over the past 2 decades. The mine's home on East Island spans an impressive 7.7 square miles, and its incredible journey to success is a testament to human ingenuity in some of the most extreme environments on Earth. But let's not forget about the Uros people and their floating homes. We'll get back to them later. Get ready for a sparkly surprise. In Canada's icy north, there's an island that's been shining bright with success, literally. Diavik Diamond Mine on East Island is a tiny hotspot of luxury, sitting above 4 kimberlite pipes that churn out around 7 million carats of precious diamonds every year. From its humble beginnings in 2001, this remote outpost has transformed into a bustling mining hub, complete with massive open pits, an airstrip for jumbo jets, and cozy homes for the workers who call it their temporary home. And the icing on the cake, a jaw-dropping 550 2-carat yellow diamond discovery that still holds the record for North America's largest find. But don't be surprised if it gets outshined by another dazzling gem soon. Let's set sail for an island that's as exotic as it is mysterious, Clipperton Island. This French-administered coral gem in the Pacific Ocean is a whopping 6,600 miles away from Paris, and its fascinating history has even led to a famous dispute with Mexico over who should claim this stunning atoll. But did you know that this island was once a pirate's playground? Yep, it's believed that an English buccaneer used Clipperton as his secret hideout while raiding the Spanish fleet. Although it was home to a few residents in the past, there are no permanent inhabitants today, unless you count the occasional castaway who makes landfall after surviving a shipwreck. Get ready to dive into 2 unique destinations. First, let's venture out to Clipperton Island in the Pacific Ocean. This French coral atoll has been a hot spot for amateur radio enthusiasts due to its extreme remoteness. Brave explorers even visit the island occasionally, trying their luck at making contact with others from the shores of this hidden paradise. Now, let's head to England and uncover the secrets of Sealand, specifically Fort Ruffs, a mysterious sea fort in the North Sea. Built on a sandbar during Wowai as a defense against invasion, it became an artificial island situated just outside UK waters, shrouding it in international intrigue. Now let's set sail for more exciting adventures. Back in England, Fort Ruffs, now known as the Principality of Sealand, was once home to over 300 Navy personnel during WoWe. But its story took a dramatic turn after being taken over by Paddy Roy Bates, who declared independence and established his own tiny nation, complete with a football team flag and national anthem. This quirky tale has sparked debates about legitimacy, but for a brief time, Sealand was viewed as the world's smallest recognized nation. Talk about making waves in the history books. Next, we're diving into the uncharted world of North Sentinel Island, part of India's Andaman archipelago in the Bay of Bengal. This isolated gem is off limits to visitors due to its incredible and endangered tribe, one of the last remaining groups completely disconnected from the outside world. The Indian government strictly forbids landings to prevent the introduction of deadly diseases and protect both outsiders and islanders alike. But why are these Sentinelese people so fiercely defensive? It all began when they were first encountered by sailors centuries ago, leading to a dark history of violence, kidnappings, and even killings enough to make anyone extremely wary of outsiders. Today, only a handful of intrepid explorers have set foot on the island and returned with their tales, leaving us to wonder what secrets this enigmatic place still holds. Let's set our sights on Macquarie Island, a true gem located in Australian waters. Nestled between Tasmania and Antarctica, this tiny piece of land, spanning around 49 square miles, is actually closer to New Zealand than Australia, but since 1900, it's been part of the Aussie family. The Australian Antarctic Division uses this remote base as their hub for studying the icy white continent, with a team of about 40 researchers and scientists calling it home. Macquarie Island has long been shrouded in mystery, with whispers of buried treasure and daring hunters using it as a launchpad to venture further south towards Antarctica since 1933. This enchanting place has been shielded as part of a protected wildlife reserve, providing a safe haven for an astonishing array of incredible creatures, a true nature lover's paradise. Get ready for an ecological wonderland. Macquarie Island is home to an astonishing array of wildlife. This haven is packed with millions of penguins from 5 different species, making it the largest penguin population outside of Antarctica. Each year, these flightless friends flock here to breed, along with tens of thousands of seals representing 4 rare species and a multitude of other birds and insects. But what's even more amazing is that this paradise was on the brink of disaster. Oil producers had nearly driven these incredible creatures to extinction through hunting before it was protected. Today, thanks to conservation efforts, their populations are thriving, making Macquarie Island an ideal spot for scientists to study them without breaking the bank, all while avoiding a full-on expedition to Antarctica. Imagine stepping onto an island that sounds like the top 15 underfoot. Welcome to Faithiath, a man-made marvel off Senegal's coast. This extraordinary destination is made entirely out of discarded clam shells, piling up over generations from the fishing industry. The result? A landscape where paths, buildings, and even structures are built using these millions upon millions of shells. You'll find an astonishing main island, but walk across a wooden bridge to discover another shell-formed wonder, the local community's shell-studded graveyard. This surreal yet breathtaking memorial space is unlike any other, attracting visitors from far and wide who come to witness its unique beauty for themselves. Get ready for an adventure on Tristan da Cunha, the most remote human settlement on our planet. Located 1,511 miles from Cape Town and 2,166 miles from the Falkland Islands in the South Atlantic Ocean, reaching this UK territory takes a serious commitment. 6 entire days by boat to reach its tiny town, Edinburgh of the Seven Seas. With only 300 residents calling it home, life here isn't easy. But that's part of what makes Tristan da Cunha so special. This 7-mile-long gem packs an incredible punch When it comes to wildlife, with rockhopper penguins, sooty albatrosses, and hundreds more species waiting to be discovered on the nearby islands. Plus, its historic significance as a vital stopover for Atlantic crossers adds a layer of fascinating intrigue, making this tiny island a must-visit destination for nature lovers and history buffs alike. Looking for ultimate seclusion? Howland Island is your ticket. Located 1,700 miles south of Honolulu in the Central Pacific, this territory measures just 1 square mile and has a unique elongated shape, often compared to a cucumber. As part of a protected wildlife refuge, it's teeming with aquatic life surrounding its submerged lands. But be warned, getting there is no easy feat, unless you're on a mission to escape it all, as tourists are pretty much at the bottom of the priority list. Let's dive into some extreme remoteness. First up, we've got Howland Island in the Pacific, where Amelia Earhart infamously vanished while attempting her round-the-world flight. This tiny territory has an eerie cucumber shape and was once mined for guano deposits, but now it's a protected wildlife refuge with no permanent population or economic activity. And, as you might know, due to its isolation, the island doesn't officially have a time zone, making it one of the last places on Earth to enter the end of each day. Now we're heading north to Flat Day Island in Iceland. This teeny tiny island, covering less than half a square kilometer, packs a big punch. It's been home to humans for almost 1,000 years and even had its own monastery, making it an ancient cultural hub. This gem off Iceland's northwestern coast was once a commercial hotspot, but today it's a tranquil haven attracting tourists seeking peace and natural beauty. With only sheep and migratory birds as neighbors, visitors can soak up the unspoiled Icelandic scenery, and the locals are working hard to keep it that way. Let's dive into Miyakojima Island in Japan. This volcanic wonder is located south of Tokyo and has seen 6 eruptions in just a century, making it a hotbed of lava flows, landslides, and toxic gases. The island is constantly releasing high levels of poisonous sulfur compounds, which can catch residents off guard at any moment. In fact, up until recently, carrying a gas mask was an everyday must for the islanders. Although that law has been relaxed, warning sirens are still on standby to alert people when danger levels rise. And it's not just a drill. In 2000, a massive volcanic eruption forced a 5-year exile for residents, and even air traffic had to take a detour for 8 years to avoid the noxious fumes. Get ready for an exclusive royal adventure. Welcome to Tory Island, off Ireland's northwestern coast, where you can live out your fairy tale dream as king or queen. This tiny gem, just under 8 miles in size, packs a big punch. It's home to about 120 islanders and a rich tradition of crowning a monarch every few decades. It's not about ruling with power, but rather embracing ceremonial duties like being the island's voice and welcoming visitors with a warm smile. Want to join the royal race? Anyone can throw their hat into the ring, but be warned, it's been a while since the last king or queen took the throne. Beyond the regal vibes, Tory Island is a haven for creatives, boasting its own art gallery showcasing local talents. But before we wrap up, did you know Tory Island is also a vital habitat for some seriously amazing birds? It's actually a hotspot for corn crakes, a globally threatened species that's really close to extinction. This tiny island plays a big role in their survival, so it's awesome to see conservation efforts in action here. Thanks for joining us on this island adventure. Be sure to check out our